He's the Creighton senior forward, Doug McDermott, who joins us now. You got class today, Doug?
I do not. Luckily, no class today. Just one this week.
Have you graduated?
No, I haven't. That'll come later in May.
All right. What are you majoring in?
Marketing.
Well, how would you market yourself for an NBA team?
It's tough. I think a lot of different comparisons are being thrown out there. It's just it's not fair. You can't make a Larry Bird comparison.
Well, give me the comparisons.
I don't mind. Wally Zerviak. I think that's a decent one. I've heard Antoine Jameson, Jared Dudley. There's a few there. But we're all different. I think I bring a little different to my game than they do as well.
Well, it's interesting because every time I mentioned your name and people would say, "Oh, he reminds me of, is he going to be like Adam Morrison or Keith Van Horn?" It was always a white guy, and I said Reggie Miller was just on. He goes, I don't understand. He goes, Doug plays like me. That you're a scorer. Outside in, may not take people off the dribble, but, Reggie's one of the greatest scorers of all time. So take that as a great compliment.
Yeah, I take that as a good comparison any day. I appreciate that, Reggie.
Well, you would take Wally Zerbiak, too. Wally had some run in the NBA.
Yeah, he was an all-star, so you can't forget that.
But the hard part here is being the focal point of your offense to then going to the NBA, where chances are you're not going to be the focal point.
Mm-hmm. How
difficult of a transition is it knowing you're going to get the ball, you get the green light to shoot whenever you want to going to the NBA where you may not get that?
Yeah, I'm well aware of that. I know it'll be different, and I'm preparing myself for that. And I feel like I've always been a guy that has been able to adjust to that. I played high school with Harrison Barnes, so I was kind of playing off him. And this summer when I was with USA Basketball, I got lucky enough to get invited to their mini camp with their NBA guys, and I fit in well with them, and I felt like I proved that I can be out there on the same floor as some of those guys without having to dominate the ball. I can play a different role, and I'm completely fine with that.
Okay, but where's that moment where you go, okay, I'm facing somebody, NBA-wise, where you realize the difference between college and the NBA, that next level?
Yeah, it's a completely different matchup. I'm guarding a small forward in the NBA, and in college, for the majority of the time, I've been guarding power forwards. So,
well, who'd you play against where you went, oh, this is different?
Chandler Parsons, I guarded him quite a bit. DeMar DeRozan, even Paul George, I switched on to him, and I was like, okay, I'm guarding MVP candidate here. So it definitely is a different experience, but I'm really glad I went through that. And, those guys probably weren't in quite as good a shape as I was at the time, so they were a little rusty, and that probably played to my advantage a little.
He's Doug McDermott, the Creighton forward, joining us, Dan Patrick Show. What's it mean to be top 10 all-time scorer?
It means a lot. It's something that, I haven't really thought about a lot. Just coming back from my senior year, I would have never guessed I could, have a season like this, and to pass some of those names is, pretty incredible. I've been following you ever since your Eastern Kentucky days. So
yep.
Just to pass you, that was huge as well.
You may have passed me game one of your freshman year. Yeah. But you can come in the man cave. If you come into my dojo, then it's a little bit different here.
Different story there,
yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, this is my home court advantage. If I put, okay, you're going to shoot threes, college three, and we're shooting 15 threes. How many are you making?
I think I'm making at least 13. It depends from what spot. I'm a top of the key kind of guy.
Exactly. I'm moving you to the corner. Okay. Because I know where your sweet spots are. I'm going to move you to the very corner. We're shooting threes from the corner.
Okay.
How many are you going to make? Now you're down to 12?
Yeah, I'd go anywhere in that range, 12 or 13.
I like it.
I'm confident.
I like it. I like my chances here. Would you compete in the three-point shooting contest in the NBA?
Yeah, I'd love to. Watching that the other night, I think there's a guy on my team here at Creighton that could definitely win that. That's Ethan Raggi, who's shot 182 threes on the year and has only 188 attempts. So I feel like both of us compete in that. And
is he better than you? shooting?
He's probably the best shooter in the country, in my opinion. Really? If we're talking just in terms of spot up threes, he's got some of the best range. I think everyone saw that against Villanova at their place.
Oh, that was crazy! Like I saw all the threes, and then I thought you must have had 40, and then I realized you weren't even the best player, shooting wise on the floor that night.
I know, and I think I hit 4 threes myself, and it was one of my better nights. And Ethan just completely stole the spotlight and hit 7 in a row to start the game. So,
but he doesn't even shoot from 2.
No,
it's just 3.
Yeah, just 3. I think he has a total of 6 dribbles on the year or something ridiculous like
that. So he's easy to coach, I guess.
Yeah. We tell him spot up, and we'll get you the ball, and he can shoot it from anywhere.
Who do you look forward to facing in the NBA?
I think it'll be really cool to step on the same floor, as Kyle Korver, who played at Creighton. Another guy, Anthony Tolliver, who also played at Creighton. Just to
wait. Come on. You can face anybody, and you're giving me Kyle Korver?
Yeah, okay. I want to face LeBron.
Okay. Man, there you go.
It'll be pretty crazy getting, switch on to him or having to guard him. And, just the greats, Kobe, LeBron, KD, any of those guys. But
you must be good at yelling out help, right? If that's the case, if you're guarding LeBron, how long before you yell out, "Hey, low help"?
Yeah, I'll try and force him left to start, and then I'll be calling for help.
Yeah, because nobody tries to force him left. That'll be. He hasn't seen that the Doug McDermott defense. But do you have to play defense?
On Creighton, I think a lot of times, I'm guarding a guy where, they're trying to keep me out of foul trouble because they want me on the floor.
Just say no. You don't have to play defense.
All right. Yeah, not really. But I don't want my dad to hear that.
Dad doesn't know. When's the last time your dad, who's coach, yelled at you?
He wasn't at practice yesterday, and he texted me last night that he was disappointed. So that doesn't really count as a yell, but I'd say probably against our Seton Hall game on Sunday.
Wait, you had, 29?
Yeah, it just wasn't good enough on the defensive end, though. I made a couple mistakes and missed a couple free throws late, but we got the win. That's all that matters.
Best team you faced?
Best team we faced, I'd say San Diego State this year. We lost a pretty close one to them. They're just so good defensively, and they can rebound. They have guys that crash the offensive boards. I think they're going to be dangerous in March. Can
you give me 50 before the end of the season?
I'll sure try. I still haven't gotten to 40 yet. So
okay, well then let's just go 40.
All right, we'll stick with that.
Yeah, just for me. So after the game when they say, "Wow, your first time at 40," and you say, "Yeah, I did it for the Dan Patrick Show."
Exactly.
It's just me. It's a kind of a tribute to another great shooter.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm counting on it.
All right. I got your back.
All right, tell your dad I said hello, and Doug, thank you. Congrats.
Yep, thanks a lot. Appreciate you having me.
All right, Doug McDermott, Creighton forward.